started. Yeah, I love this. This is so much fun. I told you I get really into this. Like I get really.
Yeah, and I just got you hyped up on caffeine over here.
Go! Yeah, so I could tell you grew up 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock every day on ABC Family watching Gilmore Girls. I know this because that was a sacred time in my house where my mom and sister put it on, and everybody had to shut up because that was Gilmore Girls time. Okay. And so yeah, I got that from you. Okay. You speak Spanish. You were an athlete. You are a dog lover. You have a projector screen, so that tells me you have good taste in movies. So you like to watch movies as they should be watched on a bigger screen and not something cut down ratio wise.
Okay.
Yes.
What else do you see? Anything? Also, wait, what kind of athlete?
You were a runner.
In high school, yes.
Okay.
I did run the dog mom one, but the fifth line I walked.
Okay, I just saw 5K, that's why. I wasn't sure. Anytime I think of 5K, I'm like, oh, running.
But there's also a mystery over here because I don't think I have anything representing this. I played soccer too.
You played soccer? I didn't catch anything of soccer back here.
Yeah, I mean, all you see is basically running and baseball and I guess football autographs over there.
Yeah. Well, I would not have gotten that. I saw the baseball memorabilia up there, but yeah. No soccer. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
I love hearing like your observations of this. It's cool.
I've always been like that. Just like you could tell a lot about a person just by observation.
You're
and looking at them and getting to know somebody better. You know, it's paying attention.
Yeah. It is.
It's simply that.
And I don't understand why that's so hard for men in dating.
Because I think we live in a more self-involved society.
Yeah.
Where we grew up with this, okay, you got to make sure you're getting this at all times. And if you're not getting this, you got to bail. And no one is at this point going like, okay, well, maybe it's not about giving 50-50. It's giving 100-100. You know, I got to give my whole self to somebody in order to get that back. But no, and I think there's a certain trust issue where people are too afraid to give that whole 100. Because think of it like this. Everybody has that one person that broke their heart.
Ooh.
And then they swear off ever giving that 100% ever again. And then they carry that baggage into every relationship after that because they're like, I like this person, this is great, but I'm not going to give up the whole 100% because I did it last time and this person did this and this person. And because we all have a type. So that type will remind you of that original person that did that, no matter what, subconsciously. So then you're protective. You just want to protect yourself. That's all that is. So I think a lot of times it's an immaturity thing that guys don't learn to grow up and just go, okay, no, this is a different person. This is not the same person. They look alike, but they aren't the same person.
I feel like there was a lot just said there and we could so dissect that. But really, we'll get back to that. But I feel like we should actually get started.
Oh, yeah.
Well, welcome to Ghosted and Roasted, the podcast about all things dating with a comedic twist. Mm-hmm. I'm your host, Blair Bishop, and this is...
Jesse Pimpinella. Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hey. Okay, so Jesse, we just had a whole intro of everything, but let's start with a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Youngstown, Ohio. Came here to Columbus. Me and my wife now live here. Mm-hmm. And we're digging it, loving it. And everything. So
tell me about your career a little bit. What do you love about it? Any favorite parts?
Right now, I love touring. I like traveling. I like going out to different places, different cities.
For comedy?
Yes, for meeting different people and learn. Because like it's so funny, like how much one joke can unite everybody, and you're like, oh, we're a lot of the same. We all have these same quirks, idioms, and idiosyncrasies that make us very alike.
Is there one type of thing, one concept of a joke or one premise that you feel like lately has really united the room?
For me, my act has always been about making fun of myself. So like everybody's like, if I'm not going to make fun of it and you are the sacrificial lamb, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Because I don't want to ever go into a room and everybody's like, oh, don't sit in the front row. The comedian's going to fuck with you and make you feel awful about yourself. I don't do that. I like making fun of myself. I'll kid with you a little bit, but Everybody's like, I will make you look good. Like if you're with a date, I'm not gonna make you look like an idiot in front of your date. I'm gonna make you look better than me. All right.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna because I'm a good wingman, and I'm
Okay.
gonna like I'm because I had growing up I was a very I like seeing other people succeed. So whether it was a friend that was a girl or a guy or anything in between or whatever, I want to see you happy. I don't care who you are, what you are, where you are, what gender you are, whatever. I just want to see you happy. And because I grew up on, and I see a lot of the Disney stuff up there.
Oh yeah, so I don't think it's in the screen, but those are VHS tapes from my childhood of Disney movies. So I'm that old, okay?
Yes, and these are the good ones. These are the ones that crack open, all right? So if you had the VHSs that crack open, ice your knees right now, okay? Because they hurt, okay? They are hurting right now because those are cracking just as much.
You know what? I'm going to grab one
Just bring it down.
Yeah, just so we can like... Oh, I don't want to tip.
Don't fall over. I love it. This is like the most interactive episode ever. We're climbing shit and everything.
What should I do? I feel like, you know what? We're going to do some Cinderella up here.
This is Cinderella. Here. Oh my God. Yep. Here we go. This had 3 movies. All right. There was the second one had the unugly stepsister find love, which that was not one of my favorites.
Did you just say the unugly stepsister?
She is. All right. She was a gem, and everybody gave her shit. I'm like, come on. She just has a bad personality. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And then they did the twist in time. I know a lot about these. This is so embarrassing.
Wait. Okay. Pause. Crack it open. I want to hear this noise. All right, so those of you younger than us, you freaking Gen Zs and beyond, this is what a VHS tape is like.
Look at that.
And these bad boys, yeah, you had to rewind them. And if you were lucky, you had one of those like machines that did it for you.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, this is so great.
One more time. Oh, I can hear my neck crack, and it's the same noise. It's the same noise. That is so cool.
That's so funny.
This is the most goofiest unboxing episode of anything ever right now.
Ooh, I want to unbox some other things someday. That's a good idea.
I love how I'm just like holding this like it's the shopping network still. Like,
yeah.
But anyways, I grew up on all these movies. So I loved romance. I loved the happy ending.
Wait, pause. I'm taking Archie's hairs off of you.
Yep.
Archie, you're a mess. So you love romance. Continue.
Yeah, I love the happy endings of all these movies where the character gets the girl and stuff like that, or the girl gets the guy, whatever it might be. Just because like we all deserve love.
Yeah, we do. And
yeah.
I think that I'm ruined for dating because of watching this kind of thing growing up. Like this, The Little Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, etc., etc. And it's just like, I want to freaking be Cinderella. I want to have that beautiful dress and like dance with my prince and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like and be corny like that. So.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I think every person can find someone like this. It takes time. It takes like... It's difficult nowadays because I think of it like this. When you're going into the dating world, for me, and this is from me talking to my friends. This is my past dating. I am married now. I've been out of the dating game for over 10 going on 11 years, married for 5.
Wow.
Yes.
So you dated for 5-6 years and then have been married for 5.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Yes. And I still go on dates with her. I went on a date with her last night.
Oh, what'd you do?
We went to a restaurant. I was coming home from work, and I said, "Hey, I'm getting home early. Throw this on," because I know she had a dress that she's been dying to wear.
Aww.
So I'm like, "Throw this on. Let's go here and have a good time." We went to there's a place. I feel like I'm just doing infomercials now, Disney, and there's a place on Bethel Road that has a conveyor belt of sushi.
Oh, I haven't tried it. That's new, right?
It's so cool. Yes.
What's it called?
Oh, God, if I say the word out loud, it's going to sound so racist. I don't want to say it.
Can you spell it?
No. I can't even spell it either. It is Haba. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to go off airplane mode. We're going to get this. Don't worry, because this is a good date spot. All right? Get your guy to take you to this place, all right?
That's
it's really
so
good.
Funny. And while he's looking it up, I just have to say, how cute is it that he's like, he knows that his wife wanted to wear a dress. He said, "Throw this on, let's go, and go try this new restaurant." That's just cute. I love that.
And it's just because again, it's the romance of it all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's called Hokkaido Revolving Sushi. So Hokkaido. Yes.
Cool.
It's on Bethel Road, which has a lot of good places. Got a lot of good food there.
Yeah, so
Yes.
many things. Wow. Okay, I will try it one of these days.
Yes.
Thank you for the recommendation.
It's very good. It's very good.
Have you been to Akaihana?
No, I have
Because
not.
that's my go-to. So that's a good date night spot
Good
too.
date night
That's
spot.
my go-to for sushi. It's just really good. It's one of the, if not the best sushi in Central Ohio.
Have you been on a date at that place?
Yes, actually.
How'd it go?
Both times it went well. Yeah. Okay. So the one time was like a year ago. The other time was more recent. And wow, I'm on the spot now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well,
No,
let me
I
ask you
love
this.
it. I love it. So the more recent guy. What were we gonna ask?
I was gonna say it kind of gives you this home field advantage. You're in a place that's comfortable. It's nice.
Yeah.
And it makes the date a little bit easier.
Well, I guess so. Which because I've gone there for my birthday and stuff before too. So it's not like I associate it just with those dates or anything. But I definitely know what I like there, and you can learn a lot about a date based on the sushi order, and and based on how judged you feel by the other person on what you pick. Because I don't like raw sushi very much. Like I get sketched out by it because I did not grow up eating fish at home.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I'll try bites, but I get scared. And I felt like the last guy I went out with definitely judged me for my order.
Really? Like how? Like just
Because I'm like a shrimp tempura girly. Give me that eel sauce to go with it.
Yeah.
And I felt kind of sketched out about some of the stuff that he was picking. And so I was
wait. What was giving you sketch feelings? Like
well, it was just
way
the
he
raw
was-
fish, the raw fish.
Okay.
And so I still ate some. Don't get me wrong. I still
Yeah.
tried to eat it, whatever. But because I'm willing to try new things and whatever. But I just felt like I was being super judged. And that's honestly like, that's not the only time he made me feel super judged for what I picked, which is obviously like red flags. Like,
Oh, that's really sucky. No, that is a red flag.
yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, because I'm curious, because I've never seen sushi be a red flag. Like, listen, she grabs the California roll, you're good to go. You see the Philadelphia, get the fuck out, all right? So I'm actually interested in how are you feeling? Like, what was he projecting? Like, was he projecting like, okay, she grabbed the California roll, I can't trust her.
Well, okay. It was more just when I ordered, but you know how when you pick something and then like there's like a subtle change in the expression on the other person's face?
Yeah, okay.
Like that's kind of what it is. And it's not like I'm a psychologist like super observant of everything, but like you know how you feel and then you like me as a natural people pleaser, it kind of like pains me when other people kind of have some sour look or something towards me for something even though it's just me choosing the food that I like.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened with drinks too.
Well, food's very personal. There's a certain intimacy of it because it makes you feel good. You know what I mean? And so when someone looks at you feeling good and they're like, it's a really hurtful thing to be like that. You know what I mean? And that's what, going back to what I was saying before, I think we look so much inward in how we feel about another person. We don't look at like how we can make the other person feel instead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like instead of going, go, why? Why is that your favorite? Maybe, you know what I mean? And
Seek first to understand.
Yes.
Seek first to understand. So many people fail at doing that.
Yeah.
And it's such a good life lesson.
It's so simple. And like just asking questions, you can learn so much about a person.
Yeah.
And I think like communication nowadays is so bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Please elaborate on why.
Oh, because I think some of us don't have eye contact anymore and talk with each other. Because okay, so let me give you an example. All right, when you text somebody, have you ever texted somebody and then you're like delete, rewrite, no, delete, rewrite. That's not how human speech works.
Yeah.
I say something, it's out in the open, it's gone. I don't really have a lot of time to think about it. But texting, you sit there and you're almost writing a very like Machiavellian, like I need to make this person feel this way. Delete. I can't let them know I care too much, but care a little bit. No. You know what I mean? And it just feels so strategized. And I think you're feeling like someone's working you like a mark. And it's kind of sucks.
That tracks. And that, I am so bad at this. I'm so bad at doing that because I end up texting a lot, which you've obviously experienced with my books that I sometimes text you or texted you before preparing for this.
And that's how I know you're a decent, honest person. Because you're like, whatever, let it fly. Hey, Jesse, anyways, just park anywhere. You see a number, that number. You park there anyways. No, she's the sweetest person ever. No, but what I mean is like, you weren't trying to put on a presentation on how to talk to me. You were just like, hey, look, this is me, and if you like it, great. Not go yourself. I don't care.
Exactly.
And that's the energy people need to carry with. And I think people vibe with that a lot better than, you've seen relationships where I call them the Russian doll. You know what I mean? Where there's another one inside. And 2 months later, they become this. And then there's another one right there. And then by the time we get to month 5, they're like, these two don't match.
That's the first time I've heard of anyone ever comparing it to a Russian doll, but that's a very good metaphor.
Yeah, you can only keep
or simile, whatever.
Yeah, you can only keep a lie or a facade up for so long, and you're not a medieval time actor. You're not going to be able to keep this up the whole entire time.
Yeah.
In 5 months, you're going to break. The real version of you will come out, and if that person did not get to know the real person, that's where you see relationships starting to crumble. And that's a communication issue. You didn't communicate who you were. You didn't communicate your views. You didn't communicate the type of relationship you want, the type of honesty you want. Dare I say, didn't even have the honesty to be who you were.
Yes.
And therefore, that's when you see these relationships that start falling apart.
So, men, women, etc., take that because that's so true. Be your authentic self. For real.
Be it.
Like, seriously, it's so disheartening when you go on a date and, like, the person's too afraid to be who they are.
Yeah.
Like, I have, maybe it's not. Oh, it's up there.
Where is it?
There's a Dr. Seuss quote up there that says, be who you are and say what you feel because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. That's been my quote that I've lived by since high school.
Yeah.
And I know Dr. Seuss in high school, whatever. We had to pick a senior quote, so that's what I did. And yeah, like if you check out my yearbook, which we could after, it'll be in there. But yeah, be yourself essentially. And I've been on so many dates.
She was being herself at the end, and she got the prince.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Quick little Disney plug. Yeah, before it goes back in. Remember those commercials? They were like, buy this before it goes back into the Disney vault.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those? That was such a 90s commercial.
Do you think that, I wonder if we're allowed to say, like, quote Disney. I don't think that's a problem on here.
I don't think it is.
I don't know.
I think
it's not copyright, so.
Well, Cinderella, Cinderella's not originally a Disney thing. It's a Grimm tale.
True, so and somehow it became a Disney movie.
Yep, they just co-opted it. They knew what they were doing.
So, okay. We've talked about a lot. Are there any follow-up questions or things before I ask something?
Well, yeah. Okay, let me ask you this. Now, for somebody who's dating right now,
okay,
what are some red flag communication issues that you might see early on in somebody that you're dating, or maybe you saw that your friend had gone through?
Okay, something that happened to me this past week or two, was talking to this guy. We had Archie, come here.
It's not food. I'm sorry. Here, come here. I'll give you the pets. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is a show about love, and that's all he wants. He just wants some love. All right.
He does. Anyway, he's being nosy into my crafting corner over there. I had very consistent texting communication with this guy that I met on Hinge, and things were good. And we found out on our first date that we had a lot of stuff in common. It was really honestly bizarre how much stuff we had in common. It was cool. And then this past Monday, he completely ghosted me out of nowhere. And I was like, what the hell? So it was just inconsistent communication. So then in my mind, I'm like, okay, he told me he wanted to go on another date. Mm-hmm. And we still had good communication after our first date. But then Monday hit, and then Tuesday, I basically texted him, and I'm like, hey, just checking in, essentially. I forget what I specifically said. And he's like, sorry, work's been crazy. Mm-hmm. Which I'm like, okay, that's not a big deal, but maybe, you could say, hey, FYI, I have a really busy work week, blah, blah, blah. So then Tuesday, we texted a few times. Then Wednesday rolls around, nothing. Thursday, we were supposed to see each other Friday, which is yesterday. And so Thursday rolls around. I'm like, hey, based on your lack of communication, I'm assuming that we're not getting together tomorrow. And he basically wrote this thing and he was like, yeah, work's just been crazy and I'm essentially going to be really busy until X time this summer, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, on our first date, we specifically both said we feel like we prioritized our jobs over our personal dating lives, which is why we're both single in our 30s, in our opinions. And like, so I've said, okay, so it sounds like you're actually still prioritizing your job over your personal dating life, unlike what we talked about during the date. And so basically it was nice meeting you, but like I called him out on that because I'm like, you literally said on the date that you wanted to change that in this period of your life. And how are you going to be able to have a wife, future children, etc., if you can't balance in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just like, hey, I'm going to be really busy today. Let's touch base when I'm off work or whatever. Like, like you have, like, I don't expect to be texting constantly with someone I'm dating. At the beginning, it's fun because it's like, ooh, I want to get to know this person. But like, in that instance, I was just like, man, something's off here. Like, this is weird.
Yeah, I mean, that should be the most exciting time when you get a text and you run to it and you're like, it's almost a high. It's a dopamine. Like, it is the closest I've ever gotten to a drug bump. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like ding. Yeah, I mean, like, I just go crazy. Like, you know, hurtling over furniture to get to my phone, flipping it open because that's how long ago I dated.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
But the point is, it's like, don't worry, you get the love, We'll talk about love and I will give you the ear scratches. Anyways.
Those of you only listening to audio, that's to my dog, not me.
No, yeah, sorry. Oh my God, I forgot there's a video, there's only a video version sometimes.
Well, so yeah, there's video on YouTube and then audio on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
There is a beautiful, beautiful dog here. And he demands the ear scratches, and I am just delivering because I am a guest in this house, and I've been given coffee, I've been treated nicely. The least I can do is ear scratches.
He says thank you.
Yes. So anyway, and also they might hear from the mic. Sometimes he gets close to it.
Oh, true. That you might hear him panting.
Yeah, that's not me, guys. I'm not panting. I'm not just some creep sitting on Blair's couch going, "Tell me about your dates."
That's so funny. Okay, so speaking of telling people about your dates, or did you want to say anything else?
All I was going to say was, that I'm glad that you got out of that situation because, if he's not ready to make the commitment to wanting to change his life like that, there's nothing you can do to make that change.
Yeah.
And if you need to find somebody who's on that same path that wants to do what you're trying to do right now.
Yeah.
Because I'll admit, my wife and I, when we were dating, I was a workaholic. I was on the road a lot.
With comedy?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I needed to, and in order to make the relationship work, I had to take a step back and go, well, look, I can be on the road as much as I want and then neglect somebody, or I can find a balance and go for a very happy ending of a life. And I chose the happy ending life. And it's work. It's hard work. It's not easy. You know what I mean? But it doesn't feel like work because when you find someone that's worth it, you'll do about anything. You move hell on earth for that person. And also I wanted to say one other thing. You mentioned like you were saying the struggle of dating in the 30s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know what that's like, but love is a marathon and a race. All right. You find love. You find love. That's when the time is right. When I first. Okay, so. Before I got back together with my wife, okay? So here's what happened.
Back together?
It's a long story. I'll tell a quick little long story, okay? So, met my wife in high school, right?
Up in Youngstown.
Yeah, up in Youngstown. Didn't date her because I was so afraid. I was a damaged kid. My parents were divorced and there was a lot of bad things going on. So love was very disgusting for me. I hated love.
Okay.
It became a lie. You know what I mean? Because you were raised by two parents that love each other, and then that was a constant. When that's broken, then you're thinking like, oh God, okay, if that's broken, then anything's broken.
Yeah.
So But so then I didn't date her in high school, and then I got into we went to different colleges. I got into a bad relationship that was just toxic as. Yeah, I mean this girl that I was dating at the time, she cheated on me in ways that it's an art form now.
Oh my gosh.
One of the things that she had done, she knew my act so well that if she came to a show, she would go out back with somebody and someone in a car, and she knew she synchronized her watch to my jokes. Okay, yeah, like when the audience started clapping, her cheeks were done clapping. That's how. Yeah, that's how it worked. Okay.
Oh my Lanta.
Yes, and her cousin, who hated her, told me about this. I would have never found out. It was brilliant art of cheating. Okay, this is like Ocean's 11. You get Danny Ocean's like, all right. He's on stage talking about his. How do we cheat? I mean,
that's horrifying.
Oh my God. So I get out of that relationship. I swear off love. I'm done. I will never find anybody. I have a plan. I'm going to New York City. I'm going to do comedy. I don't want to see another person ever again. She comes back in my life. So happens. And
your wife, your now wife comes back.
Yes, and I regretted never dating her in high school because I was so afraid to date someone so nice and wonderful and caring. And because I just didn't want to screw that up.
Okay.
Because I knew I was damaged goods and I didn't want to poison something I thought was great. So I was like, don't screw this up. She deserves happiness, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we started dating, and I abandoned every single plan, every single principle, every moral, and to make that life work with her. And I've had it's been uphill battles where some people said, you changed your plans, you did this, you did that, and I don't regret a moment of it.
Good.
My point is that it's when I say it's a marathon, it happens when it happens.
Yeah.
Not a moment too soon, not a moment too late. And sometimes it will happen when you don't expect it, and it will happen in the times where it's the most inconvenient, that you have to blow up the current world you're in order to create, or dare I say, restore the world you should have been in originally.
Ooh, wow. That's all poetic and stuff.
I love my wife. I'm very, very lucky and very fortunate to be with her.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know what? I have had the pleasure of meeting a handful of men that speak like that about their wives. That, to me, the things that you say, the kind things you say about your significant other when they're not in the room, that's the kind of person that I want to be with one day.
Yeah.
It's so heartwarming to get to witness that.
Well, that's my teammate. That's my partner.
Yeah.
I'm not going to shit on my partner when she's not around. That's my partner.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times people forget that. And again, we grew up in the 90s, the 80s. Like, take my wife, please. I miss my wife with a gun. You know what I mean? Like, we grew up with that age. And which again, that's comedy for some people and they like it. And there is humor to it. But for me, I'm like, that's my wife. I don't want to say anything ill of her.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so. And that just not to, you don't have to be a husband to know that. Because this thing right here,
the ring, his wedding ring.
it don't make me a better. It doesn't make me anything.
Okay.
I take this off, you can still be a good partner.
Yeah.
I put it back on, I'm still a good partner. Most times I hate when it's like people are like, oh, you're gonna get married, things change. No, don't ever say that. When you get married, nothing should change. The only thing that should change is taxes. That's it. Taxes. That's all. If it's not like I could be a shitty human being. I'm like, I love her. I gotta be nicer to her. Oh, I shouldn't call her a bitch behind her back. I don't know why it's like that. I mean, it's what I'm talking about. You've seen what I'm talking about.
I'm just laughing because of your
Yeah. But it's like, okay, like you go, like the classic bachelor party. We're gonna go out. We're gonna have the most debaucherous night in the world. Last Temptations. Why?
Yeah, honestly, I agree. Like, if you
why aren't you still with her?
Yeah, like why? I so agree with that because I'm like, I'm sorry, you guys promised to be together forever. Like, unless you're doing some pact and you want to both have to get more STD tests, like,
and that's fine.
Yeah, but it's just like, man, I don't want that. Like, if I'm getting married to someone, we're not cheating on each other.
Yeah.
And if we have issues, we're working them out. Mm-hmm. And so something that's important to figure out is like how you deal with conflict.
You have to meet it head on.
Yeah.
A lot of times, it's the uncomfortable conversations. It's the door is locked. We're going to have this fight because we have to have this fight. We need this fight because you're going to say the things you're not going to like to say. I'm going to say the things I'm not going to like, but they need to be said because if you have two people that are just painfully nice to each other, stepping on eggshells, what happens is someone blows up and does something they regret.
Yeah.
And what I mean by the blow up, I mean cheat on somebody. Say something so inconsiderately awful that you can't take that back, you know, and because you're resenting the person, you're resenting them because they represent what keeps you unhappy.
Ooh, mic drop. Dang.
I'm
you have like, how old are you? You have so many wisdom nuggets.
30. I'm 33.
You're only 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
February 28th.
So you just turned 33. So you're like
Yes.
a year and a half older than me.
Yes.
Dang. This is what the difference of like, well, this is what different outcomes could be since we're on a marathon, not a sprint or whatever.
It's
of
a marathon,
love. Like, holy moly, dude.
It's a marathon. And also therapy. Therapy helps.
Therapy is a great tool.
My wife broke up with me at one point.
Why?
Because I was very mentally unhealthy.
And did you start going to therapy after you broke up?
I was going to therapy on and off. I wasn't taking it serious,
Oh.
and I was in a dark place, and I wasn't taking care of myself. And it's not her responsibility to be my therapist.
That's so true.
That's not her job. Her job is not. She isn't the person that comes in and goes, "All right, we got to fix this shit. We got to take out the back wall." No, that's not what her job is. Her job is for me to give my 100% of myself if she gives 100% back. And I wasn't giving my 100%. So I went to therapy. I got better. And I was so petrified of dating her again because I was like, oh, God, I fucked it up. I don't want to fuck it. And then, you know, immovable object meets unstoppable force. Eventually, we got back together and all that stuff. But I tell people, like, you know, it wasn't like we had this perfect happiness Cinderella thing, which again, this is great, but it's also a little bit bullshit. It's great, but it's a little bit bullshit because as you said, there will be struggles. There'll be stuff that you have to meet head on. There's stuff that you're going to go through, and you have to go through in order to get to. My wife and I, we could have sat there on eggshells with each other and been nice to each other all the entire time. Would our marriage last? No, it would have gone to hell.
So wait, I want to back up for 1 second because you said something that I thought was really important, and I just want to make sure this hits people on the head, or hits the nail on the head, or whatever the hell. You said that you went to therapy, but you did not take it seriously. Like, taking it seriously and actually trying to improve yourself is such an important thing to do. Yes,
because your brain is a muscle. Okay, so if I grab a dumbbell and I go, it's not going to work out my arm. If I go to therapy and I just go, it's not going to work out my mind.
Yeah.
I actually had to do some work. I actually had to restructure the way I think things. I have to meditate. If something triggers me and I have a moment where something is triggering and affecting me, I got to go, okay, wait, slow down. She's saying something, not your ex. Your ex isn't saying that. She is saying that. Therefore, and she's her own person. Just because she says it doesn't mean she's going to act exactly like this person.
Yeah.
So there's no connection here. Cut it and treat her like the individual that she is.
Yeah.
And that takes time. Like, I'll admit I was an immature guy, and I'm somewhat still am. I mean, I'm watching cartoons still. But I mean, it's like I was immature, and sometimes it takes time to get a little older and a little wiser to realize, you know, there are good people in the world. You will find them. It takes time. But have fun until then. Have fun. Live life. Don't just sit in a bomb shelter and wait for it to be safe. Get out there and explore, and eventually you'll find something. Yeah. But I feel like also I've been going on so many tangents. I feel like you have a plan, and I've been just like...
Oh, I'm fine with going on tangents.
This. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with going on tangents. I'm reading through, because we've actually hit a lot of these things, and I'm just seeing, like, you know, where we can go from here. So... I feel like this is fitting right now. What are your core values with dating/marriage?
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Because I learned at therapy recently that there are some core values that are the same regardless of who you are. Like every single person has these core values, and then there are some that are specific to individuals.
Oh yeah. Honesty, painfully unadulterated honesty is so important.
Yeah.
Because honesty, it's not enough that you're just telling someone the truth, but you're respecting them enough to not try to coddle them and try to work their reaction. Not try to like minimize how they're going to react to something. You know what I mean? You're just like, hey, look, here's what it is. This is the case scenario. Because here's the thing. Bad news only gets worse as time goes on if you don't tell somebody it.
That's true.
It gets worse and worse and worse. Just come out and tell them. The fact that you can't be honest with them is saying something about you, but also about them. Saying that you don't trust them enough to work with you with it. And it's also saying like, oh, I gotta consolidate you. I gotta consolidate your brain. No, don't consolidate the person. If the person loves you, the person cares about you, they want to jump headfirst into whatever it is with you. But you have to earn that with honesty.
And so I want to add something here that I've learned with dating people over time. Like, first of all, there are different ways to still be honest but not be hurtful.
Yes.
And there sometimes the other person may be exhausted. They had a long day at work or something, and they're just mentally not ready to deal with whatever the issue you guys have maybe. It's okay sometimes to like have an issue and then like go to sleep and then deal with it after you've had time to process and whatever.
It's fine. Yes. Listen, there's times where I've gone to bed mad. My wife has gone to bed mad. We just woke up in the morning and sometimes we look at each other and we're like, that was dumb. We just like, that was dumb.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to get away from the moment that was heated to just go, you know what, that's not even worth it. And most of the time when you guys care about each other, you just kind of go, you realize there are bigger things in life, bigger than your pride. And that's the biggest thing. Let go of pride. I tell people pride hasn't gotten me anything in life.
Ooh.
Pride hasn't, I've cashed pride in at casinos, banks, everywhere. It has not returned a single dollar in my pocket. It hasn't turned in a single moment of joy in my life.
Ooh, I love this.
It doesn't.
Golden nuggets over here.
Yeah, it
people.
doesn't, because pride. Okay, you can be prideful and hold a grudge, and you could say that's strength, or you could say I forgive you, and I want and I believe that you can be a better person, but you don't need to accept my apology, or you don't have to accept my forgiveness. I'm going to forgive you because I don't want to hold the grudge. Because here's the thing: holding a grudge is like taking poison and expecting it to harm the other person. Oh. Right? So sometimes you forgive somebody. Doesn't matter if they said sorry to you. Just forgive them. Just go, we're good.
Well, also, I feel like it just ends up, like, the taking poison part ends up hurting you more than it hurts them, most likely.
Hurts you more always in the long run. It makes you bitter. It makes you angrier. It makes you frustrated. And it takes you away from the person that you truly are. Yeah. And that's not who you are. You're not that type of person. Yeah. It's one of those things. So now let me ask you a question. I hope I'm not switching gears. What's a core value for you?
Ooh. Okay, let me think about this, because I've been doing some deep diving, but I'm a little squirrely, so I have to get back there. Let's see. Reciprocity. So meaning.
Is there a dictionary up there? Is there a dictionary?
Dang it, there's a Spanish English one, but I did just donate the dictionary to
Where is it? Reciprocity?
Reciprocity. So basically.
Can we I want you to, when this episode comes out, I want the definition right here.
Well, how about I just tell you what I mean by it?
Please. Okay. I don't even know what that word is. My wife, when she watches this, she's going to be like, what the fuck
you know, like the word reciprocate?
Oh, okay. Look at it, we're breaking root Latin words down. All right, I love it.
Oh, Atlanta. Okay, but what I mean by that is, I am happy to put in effort, but I want someone who also puts in effort. And, like, it's not just me doing everything. I have a dog hair in my mouth. Ugh, gross. Anyway. Something that I cannot stand is like when I'm helping my family prepare for a family holiday, and my brothers don't do anything, and they sit on the couch and watch whatever. I'm sorry, we're all participating in this holiday.
Yep.
You need to help too. It's not just a me thing, it's a we thing. But in dating, same thing. I don't want to have to plan every single thing and do everything. I don't mind planning some stuff and doing some things, but I want the effort to be matched. Like, it doesn't have to be matched 100% of the time.
Yes.
But, you know, like, let's both put some effort in so it feels like we're actually doing things for each other, and it's not just one person does everything and the other person sits on their butt and does nothing.
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
No, it's selfish.
It is.
You're letting one person burn out while you. It's like putting your star athlete on the field, not letting him come off when you can also place the plays. But then you guys get to wear the same Super Bowl ring, but they're burnt out, and you just like, yeah, whatever, it's cool.
Yeah.
It burns people out.
Literally, it's
I was gonna say reciprocity. So going back to this movie,
like Cinderella.
She snuck out and not did her chores, and she had magic to help her and everything. She risked it all. Who knows if they had caught her doing that? What would have happened? They did. They locked her away.
Yeah.
So she whisked her freedom, and then what did he do? Reciprocity. He went across the whole nation to find her with the shoe. So they gave 100 to 100, 100 to 100.
Oh my goodness. I love that you keep going back to this movie. This is great.
I'll go. No, I love movies like you want me to go deep cut in the funniest way possible?
Sure, what?
Do you have you ever seen the movie that came out a long time ago, He's Not That Into You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it there's a just in there, right? He's just not that
Yeah. There's a scene, and this ties back to what we said about like the difference between a boyfriend and a husband, and the idea of like putting in the effort. There's a scene where, and again, people are going to be like, "Did you even watch a football game growing up?" No, I didn't. I watched a lot of chick flicks, and I loved it.
No wonder we get along so well.
I wouldn't take it back. One day. Anyways, there's a scene where Jennifer Aniston's father is sick, and they're all at house taken care of, and the wives are doing everything. But all the husbands are doing nothing, and they're picking at the dad's stuff like he's gonna die, right? Pretty much. And the wives are just content, like, our husbands suck. And Jennifer Aniston's like, my life is terrible. And she broke up with her boyfriend because the boyfriend didn't want to commit. But who was with
Is the
Ben
boyfriend
Affleck?
Vince Vaughn?
It was Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. I thought He's Just Not Into You was that one with that dude from
You're thinking of Breakup.
where
they can't get rid of the condo, so they divide down the center. God, I'm telling you, I am like a deep.
You're correct on which movie it is. Oh, I'm just remembering one of the couples. I forgot Jennifer Aniston was in that. I gotta rewatch it apparently.
So my point is, Ben Affleck, who was just the boyfriend, he shows up and does everything that a husband was supposed to do because he doesn't need a ring to prove his love for her.
Yes, that's right.
He is willing to give the 100%, and she realized that that's what a relationship is all about. Reciprocity.
Yes.
Not the ring, not the thing.
Yeah, and I was remembering this chick and this guy. I forget their names.
Jennifer Goodwin and Justin Long.
So if you want someone on your trivia team, it's him, not me.
This is how like deep cut I get. I told you.
It's good.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so that's a great movie, and thank you for that. I appreciate that.
May I ask you a question?
Always.
You
can just ask. You don't have to ask permission.
I'm sorry. You're like,
let me be very respectful.
let me roll out the red carpet, walk around the table, then ask you the question. What is a great moment of reciprocity for you? I love how I'm saying the word like I knew what the word was.
I think this is him just trying to act like a therapist.
Oh, God, maybe it is.
Okay, let me think about
no. Don't hit the camera. Don't hit the camera. Oh. I grabbed it and it turned into tug of war.
Come here, you fluff. Anyway.
All right.
I like to call him a mother.
Real quickly.
What?
I was playing, because of the audio, I was playing tug of war with the dog by accident.
Oh, that's okay.
So no one thinks that I was tug of warring your arm. Like, why is he pulling on Blair's arm? Is this guy a psycho?
Oh, yeah. Archie is a mother fluffer, that's for sure. So.
Anyway. Your thing.
Like an example of reciprocity?
Yeah, something that someone did for you, or the effort they put in for you that stuck with you, and when now you're like, that is an example I want done. Like that's what it should be.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of a specific example, but like the guy that I dated that was the best boyfriend I've ever had, just based on how well he treated me and whatnot. Which, mind you, it wasn't like he wasn't spending $1 billion on me. We were in high school, which is depressing to me to think that it's been since high school since I've dated someone that's like that quality of a dater. But like, I would randomly like pick up a thing. I worked at the craft store Michael's. I would pick up a thing for him there or do whatever there. He would show up. He worked at Kroger. He would show up with these muffins, and he'd be like, "Oh, these looked good in the bakery. I thought you might want to try some."
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
How just nice and thoughtful.
It's little things like that. It's not giant gestures. It's not gestures. It's not buying a car.
Yeah.
It's not a vacation in Maui. It's simple things. It's you when you were at the getting gas, you noticed when you were paying the gas attendant, her favorite candy is right there, and she's been having a shit day at work, and you could just simply grab it and give it to her. I'm not saying that everything has to be as low as that, but I'm just saying little things, doing little things like that
and
at all times,
thoughtful
things. Like, you try to do that. For example, I remember my wife, she loves Stephen King books. She wanted always the first editions. And there's a whole entire thing with learning the first edition book and then the Reader's Club book, which kind of comes out during the first edition, but it's not a true first edition.
Okay.
I'm not a big book reader. I did a lot of tapes. But I learned how to read the publication notes and everything to find those. Researched it. It took me time to be a master of this, but I can now find those books faster for her, and I get them as gifts whenever I can. When I'm over on the road and I see a dime bookstore or whatever, I'll go in there and ask to see if they can find those books for her.
That's
and
so nice.
It takes an extra second, and I come home with the road and I have a book for her to read.
Can I tell you a story that popped into my head?
Please.
Okay. So this guy I dated in high school, there was this like Sadie Hawkins dance or some kind of winter formal that the girls were supposed to ask the guys. And so I did. I asked him. He was my high school boyfriend, whatever, so he's who I wanted to go with. And so I was like, yeah, but I have to get dinner because, like, he was pretty chivalrous. And so he's like, okay, but only if we go to Taco Bell. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, I worked my minimum wage job at Michael's. I could have done better than Taco Bell. Maybe not by much, but so we went to Taco Bell. So while I was paying for our food and grabbing the tray, I went to look for him after I walked away, and I found him at the table. He had put on a tablecloth, candlesticks, flowers. He made Taco Bell a romantic dinner.
Yeah.
Like, how freaking adorable and inexpensive is that? He borrowed all that stuff probably from his mom.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it was just a thoughtful gesture.
That's it.
And, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so, like, I'm sort of teary right now thinking about that because it was so nice. Like, that's genuinely what a good man will do, in my opinion.
You take the ordinary and you just put a little extra work into it, and it's extraordinary.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a lot of effort usually. It takes a few brain cells, and then maybe text your mom or some woman in your life that has those things.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'll give you a good example I did. All right, so there's a back patio where I'm living, right?
Okay.
And I snuck out there and I set it up for her birthday and everything. So she doesn't know I'm home yet because I was coming home from work. Okay. So I'm being super quiet because I have 2 dogs and they'll bark like crazy. I set the whole thing up, all this stuff, and then I go into the house and everything, and she has no idea about the back patio. And then I just feigned an injury, like, hey, can you just take the dogs out real quickly for me, please? And she opened the door, and it was that. And it was a Thursday. Aww. Wasn't something special, wasn't anything crazy. I mean, it was her birthday, but we were going to do something on Saturday for her. But I wanted to let her know, like, hey, I'm not just banking Saturday for the date night for your birthday. Let's do something a little small tonight to celebrate your actual birthday, and then we'll do something big on the week.
And how'd she react?
She was flabbergasted. She was shocked. She was like, how the heck did you get here? How did you sneak past? How did the dogs not see you and all that stuff? And I was like, I'm very quiet. I was like, she was then noticing that my shoes weren't muddy and my socks were soaking wet because I was walking through sopping things just so that I wouldn't make any squishy noises.
Oh my.
So I wasn't thinking it through. Maybe I could have just took my socks off and then not have sopping socks. But it was in the moment. moment. I was thinking quickly and fast. I'm not the brightest person in the world, but I basically snuck behind where our patio was, set the whole thing up, came back around, came home from work, and then yeah.
That's cute.
But and she's done a lot of stuff for me like that, too. She, what she'll do is.
I'm glad you're mentioning this because I want to know.
Oh yeah. Like sometimes what she'll do is she's like, hey, there's something in the dryer. Can you grab it? And she'll have something waiting for me in the dryer. It'll be like an object or something like that. Or something just simple as that. Or, hey, I spoiled you. Get the package and open it up. You know what I mean?
So, ladies and gents, clearly it's not that hard to be kind to your significant other.
It's not.
And put some effort in.
It's not. And like I said, it's not something you have to spend billions and billions of dollars on. Something you can just be like $5 here, $10 here. Just let the person know. Yeah. Let the person know. Do something. Even breaking them flowers, which is pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, go to Trader Joe's. I think they're really cheap there.
Yeah, it's little thoughts like that because like that's what it's all the little moment. It's like a bunch of drops of water. A bunch of those fill a bucket eventually.
Yeah.
That's what love is. It's a bucket of water.
Let's get that made on a shirt for you.
Yeah, love is a bucket of water. They're like, what? Yeah, I don't got nothing for Cinderella was looking at me like, don't use us.
That's so funny. Okay, so side note, I feel like, I don't know exactly how long we've been recording, but I feel like we got to wrap up in like 10 minutes-ish. Maybe
we'll wrap whatever
15.
You want. Yeah.
So what are things that you definitely want to make sure we talk about today? Because we obviously are amazing at going off on tangents.
Oh, we are amazing at it. And I guess what we could talk about is like, so we could talk about like dating, maybe like, is one thing I like to do, and this is what I do. Okay. A lot of my single friends will come to me and ask me for like
dating
advice, but like also going on double dates.
Okay.
Because so I like, here's what happened. My wife had a friend, and what she would do is she would date a guy, and then she's like, all right, I need you to see if he's cool. And we would go on a double date, and I would sniff it out, see if he's a douche or not, and stuff like that.
And has she since gotten married or no?
No. My wife's not friends with this person anymore.
Oh, well.
This person kept making bad decisions.
Okay, so just with dating or other things?
Other things, too.
Okay.
But I remember one time we were on this double date, and like, I could tell this guy was like a piece of shit. Like, I would pay for my wife, and he wouldn't pay for her.
Ooh.
So what I did was I paid for her, and that pissed him off.
Ooh, that's so funny.
And my wife hugs me, and she whispers in my ears, "You're a son of a bitch." And I'm like, I know.
That's hilarious. What do you think that guy was thinking when you did it?
Oh, wanted to kill me. I like ruined whatever chance he thought of sex.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, you don't have to pay to like, you don't have to pay for every single date. It's not necessarily expected, but also like, that's kind of a dick move.
He touched her in the middle of a double date. Like, all right, so you got the soda. You got the soda. I got the chicken. I'm like, oh my God.
That guy would be embarrassing to be on a double date.
Oh, it would be. But I guess what I'm asking is like, let's talk about like, we can talk about some red flags. We can talk about like stuff people should be on the lookout for. We could talk about that. Or stuff that you've seen before. Stuff like, I don't know, something to that nature.
What are red flags that you've seen on these double dates besides that guy?
Oh, red. Okay.
Or that specific thing.
Simply just can't open the door for somebody.
Ooh.
It's simple shit like that.
Yeah.
The phone. One of the biggest rules, and this is something I reinstated with my wife because I had a bad habit of doing this. I would always we would talk and I have the phone right here. Now the phone goes over here.
Okay.
I full connection conversation.
Yes.
Because anytime that phone vibrates and I'm looking down at it. Imagine on a date. Let's say you and I were on a date, right? We're talking, right?
Yeah.
I'm disconnected from you.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's say you got all dolled up, ready to go, makeup and everything. You look on fire, great, right? And then all of a sudden, it takes the wind out of anybody.
It does.
Because if I can't hold your attention and a little vibration of a phone because someone tweeted something and you need to read it right now and look at it and scroll while we're talking, you know what I mean? Like,
So dating advice 101, at least have it on Do Not Disturb.
Do not disturb.
And you know, it's okay if it's on the table or something, but like have it flipped down so that you don't see the screen notifications popping up. Now, if you have something going on where you're like, okay, look, my mom's been in the hospital or
that's
something,
different,
whatever.
yeah.
But most normal people would be fine with that.
Mom, call Alex. She'll drive you. Anyways, how are you doing tonight? That's the power move. Let them know that my mother is not important.
Red flag.
Oh, that's a red flag too.
Yeah, for real. If someone's moral compass is like to prioritize me on a first date or something over their mother who birthed them and hopefully gave them a good childhood, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I would be pretty upset with that person because I'm like, oh my gosh, like.
If they would treat her like that, how are they going to treat you?
Yeah, and what's the next shiny thing or whatever that you're going to prioritize over me in the future? Because that's a thing. That's a red flag for me. If I'm not prioritized. Like,
Yep.
I don't want to be in a relationship if I don't feel like a priority.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the last several month relationship I was in, that guy told me, because I'd let him know on like at the beginning, I need to be a priority if we're going to date. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
he clearly showed me with his actions, even though he said at the beginning he'd make me a priority, he showed me with his actions later that I was not one.
Let me ask you this. What is a priority for you? Like, what is making you a priority?
I mean, you know, considering me in some version of plan making, we don't have to hang out every day.
Yeah.
But, you know, considering me and what's going on with me in general, if we're going to be doing something, like making sure that, you know, we do have some level of consistency of whatever dating looks like.
Yeah.
It could be, you know, we hang out, we go get an ice cream cone, or we walk my dog, or we do something, but like, I need some level of consistent-ish communication and consistent quality time. Like, quality time is such a big thing.
No,
for
it
me.
is. It is. Because you're sharing a part of you that you don't share with anybody. And you need that.
Yeah.
And, because, like, I know there are people, like, they'll, like, ghost their significant other for a day or two and then drop back on the radar like nothing happened. I've seen that, and I'm like, no, they worry about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, 48 hours, that's a missing person. You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's a missing person by police standards. So it's like, so like, and I think sometimes, and I call that shelving somebody. Like, yeah, I'm going to put them over here. All right, now I'm going to go live my life. And I expect them to be right here when I get back.
Yeah, I was watching, there's this dude, I forget his name, but he's some millionaire or something that just went to China, and he critiques dating things and on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he calls people out on their BS. And he's like, some girl, I think, asked him, like, what do I do if this guy, like, doesn't have time for me? He's like, basically, you have time for a second boyfriend. And I'm like, honestly, true. And I bet you whoever that guy is that's not making you somewhat of a priority, he would be pretty pissed if he knew that you were dating some other guy. So, and he's probably creating a double standard or becoming a hypocrite or something, because who knows, he might be dating someone else in his spare time, which is why he's not making time for you.
Yeah. And also, here's the thing. No one has time anymore. Let's just throw that out there real quickly. Nobody has time anymore for anything. You have to make it.
Yeah.
It is a finite thing. It's sometimes something you have to create out of thin air.
Yep.
But that is the prioritizing someone. That's the consideration. That's the making the effort. Yeah, I'm going to figure out how to do this. Your boyfriend was working at Kroger. You were working at Michael's. You were both working at the same time. But he looked at those muffins and thought, you know what, those look good. I bet Blair would like some. That's the making of the time right there.
Yeah.
Because he could have just went like, I'm at work. She's at work. You know.
And
We're good.
On top of this is going a little bit beyond dating to just friendships. Prioritize spending time with your friends.
Oh, yeah.
To me, I'm willing to make you a priority. I'm willing to put you in my calendar. I'm not, unless I'm ill in the hospital or something, I literally can't do it, I'm going to make sure that that's happening. That's a priority in my day, because I get pissed when people bail on me last minute because I don't feel like it today.
Oh, I can't stand that, because people don't understand. Like, sometimes you have been building your whole day to function around to get to this point.
Yeah.
Because you care about that person, and then they just throw it out like trash, and they don't realize how they think like, oh, they're probably relieved, and it's like, no, they were probably excited to see you.
Yeah.
And they put a lot of effort. They move things around to make this happen.
Yep.
And, and again, that's that whole thinking inward rather than thinking how you're making somebody else feel. Because sometimes, like when you hurt somebody, it's not about whether you think you hurt them. It's, are they hurt or not? Mm-hmm. And if they are, then you have to look into that.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes people like to ignore that because they think, well, if I admit to being wrong, then that's a weakness or whatever, that there's something wrong with me. No, just admit being wrong. It's okay. You're human. We're all wrong. I'm wrong all the time.
Okay.
I screw up all the time.
Opinion question.
Let's go for it.
How do you feel like let's say you have a single friend.
Okay.
Or maybe your wife does. He or she, they're like, I won't make plans with you because I might end up having a date that day. Mm-hmm. But you're like, I want to spend quality time with my friend. Like, why can't my friend like pick me in that situation? Why can't we make a plan? Why can't they just pick another time to have that date? Mm-hmm. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
So wait, let me make sure I got that. So you're talking about like someone who might be prioritizing the person they're dating over their own friends.
Yeah. And sometimes it's someone they've never been out with.
Got it. And in that case, look, you have to have a healthy balance. Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to date somebody who's like, I'm all about you. Mm-hmm. And I got blinders on. It's like, no, you want someone who has a life. Yeah. Who has a life that they can share with you. Yes. They're not asking you to sacrifice your life so you can just go tunnel vision on a person. Nobody wants that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, there's times where, if you can reschedule a date on somebody. I'm not saying to blow them. Like, here's the thing. There's a difference between blowing someone off last second and then maybe it's a day or two like, hey, my plans got a little wonky. I really want to make this happen. You send a sweet text, maybe a flower, and then let's do Saturday. And then it's like, oh, okay. Something like that. Be creative. You know what I mean? Sometimes having to reschedule is an opportunity to show how sweet you are. Yeah. Sometimes a struggle can help you, and hang out with your friends. Be with your friends because it's healthier. You're more relaxed. It's relationships. We're a relationship based creature. Here, my point is, in prison, the worst thing they can do to you is put you in solitary confinement. Yeah. Yes, that is the punishment that they can give you. So don't isolate yourself. And also your friends have good insight because sometimes, let's face it, we run red flags or red lights. We just go, and sometimes they need to say like, hey, buddy, she keeps asking for money from you all the time, man. Or hey, he still hangs out with his ex too much, doesn't he? Or, like there's these things, but, because we want that person to be perfect and we want to project the goodness in them, sometimes we overlook it because I look at it like this. It's like when you play video games and you're in the lobby. I'm a nerd. So the lobby is like before you go into the live and play everybody else. Uh-huh. Not everybody is playing with the same honor and stuff that you are. There are people in the dating world that are looking to find their forever person. There are people that are looking for someone for right now. There are people that are just don't want to get married. They just want to have fun. Maybe a long-term thing that they can get rid of later on. We all go into this same dating interaction with different intentions, and we're not always honest about those intentions of what we want. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we're lying to each other. So sometimes it's a game of trying to figure out, okay, do you want the same thing I want? And that's what makes this thing so hard. That's why communication, honesty, and being reciprocated about everything is so important. And that's why you look for those red flags, because those red flags are going to tell you, like, is this somebody who actually cares about me? Or is this just a line he says so that he can get me to feel a certain way and that he can get the thing he wants because he knows how to work somebody's emotions?
Yeah, and usually it's just sex that he wants.
Exactly.
It's very annoying.
And it's terrible. And then that sort of damage, that damage, we carry it into our next relationship. And then and like I said, we're humans. We respond to a certain bad thing or a trauma like any animal in the jungle. If we know that in the tall grass there's lions that can kill us, and love is located in the tall grasses, we're going to be very nervous about going towards that again.
Yeah.
We want to go in there because the love is there, but there's also lions and they can kill us. And that's why people get really nervous. They want to open up to people, and that's what causes that communication breakdown among people.
Yeah, you're right. There's so much good stuff coming out of this. So I know we have to wrap up pretty soon.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, did I ask you if you've been ghosted before?
No, you didn't, but I can answer that question.
Have you?
Oh, yes. 100%. 1,000%. Before the word ghosted existed.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Oh my God. Yeah. I was ghosted on a flip phone. I was ghosted while playing Snake on a phone. You remember Snake?
No.
Oh, it was a little dot game, like tick, 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 tick. You had to collect the little dots and make the longest snake possible without hitting the walls.
Okay, yeah.
I was ghosted on MySpace. All right.
I forgot about MySpace. I haven't thought about that in a while.
I got ghosted so bad on MySpace. One day I had like a happy song, and then I changed it to a sad song.
Oh, yeah, because you had a theme song on MySpace. Oh my God. That's so good.
I was like, oh, yeah.
For those youngsters that have no idea what we're talking about, your MySpace profile, you picked a song, and that was a song that played with your profile. It's like a Facebook page, except it was MySpace and different, and so you had your main theme song.
Yeah, and no. And instead of saying single and ready to mingle, it was single and ready to die.
Oh, so sad.
But yeah, no, getting ghosted is a horrible thing because it's done for two reasons. Number one, some people just aren't good with conflict and they just want to break it off. You know what I mean? And then there's other people who didn't even care to think what you thought. That's the weird thing about ghosting, is that the person either cared how you felt and ghosted you, but didn't want to deal with it, so they just maybe I'm better off just despairing, or they're like, fuck this person.
Yeah.
And that's how horrible ghosting is sometimes.
So have you done it to someone?
I'm trying to think. I imagine I might have. I'm trying to think, because I'm a human being. I did so many dipshit things when I was in my high school years. I'm pretty sure I ghosted somebody. Hell, I friend-zoned my wife in high school. So, and which she brings that up to me all the time.
That's funny.
She's like, like sometimes we'll be joking. I'm like, if we're ever feeling intimate and I'm a little bit tired, it's because I'm sore from work. She's like, oh, I know this friend zone feeling, and she'll turn over. I'm like, no, come back, I love you. She knows how to. We've been together for so long. We know how to get each other.
Yeah.
No, I love you. I'm sorry. My arm's okay. It's not clicking anymore. It's not doing this. It's not doing that. It's good. I love you, baby.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so I look, everything that has happened to me, I imagine it has been done to me at one point. And I think that's why dating is so messy. It's kind of like a league of it's like assassins, like
Assassin's Creed or what?
No, just assassins.
Okay.
Like you can't condemn the person next to you. Like, yeah, you killed people too. I'm like, yeah, fair.
Oh my God.
Like we've all screwed each other somehow in some way possible, whether it was ghosting, not being a good communicator, and again, there's outside factors that include. But at the end of the day, just be the best version you can be. Just enjoy life and just. Try not to just consider other people's emotions is what I try to always go by. You know what I mean? And when you do that, that's the best policy. Yeah.
So that sounds like your final piece of dating advice, is it?
Yep. Just consider other people's emotions. Everybody bitches about how there's no good person out there. You have to start being the good person.
Yeah.
And in times where maybe you don't want to be the good person, you have to be the bigger person. And yeah, sometimes you'll be the small person. Trust me, I've been that thousands of times.
Yep.
But like, you have to consider someone else's emotions, and you don't know. You might unlock something. You might prove them wrong. They might be going into a dating situation where they think, or she thinks, ugh, this is disgusting, this is bad. But then they're like, oh wait, this person thinks like me now. And then that vulnerable moment, that honesty, it opens up for reciprocation now. Now a relationship is budding.
So, all right, I have 2 more questions for you.
Go for it.
One is there something you wish that you knew when you were single? And the second one is there anyone that you want to roast on here?
Okay. The first question was
Stuff you wish you knew when you were single.
I would say enjoy life. Just enjoy life, and go on dates. This isn't the person you're dating isn't going to be your wife, or maybe they will be, but don't make it a do or die moment. It's just a date. It's just a date. You say no to somebody, someone will say yes to you later on. Yeah, basically, you remember, I'm not sure, you ever played that game in high school where what they did like for senior days where they would give some people locks, some people keys, and you had to find the person whose key matches your lock.
Oh, but that's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of like a team building thing. So you had to go around everybody like, does mine fit yours? That's what dating is. That's what dating is.
That's fair.
Not every lock is gonna work, and not every key is gonna work until financially it clicks, and you're like, there it is.
Huh.
But you won't find that person without getting your hands dirty and trying. So, in other words, all the struggles and stresses that come with dating, you'll feel them now. You won't feel them again in a year from now. Or if you do feel them, they do hurt, you will have heartbreak. There will be heartbreak. And it sounds really cheesy. Be lucky you got to feel it.
Yeah.
Because it makes you human. Yeah. And you're going to learn lessons from that. That's going to make you a way more empathetic human being. If you choose it to do that. If you choose it, you can be a cruel bastard. Or you could go, there are people that can be cruel bastards. Or you could say like, no, I'm going to take this and be a better person. And I'm not going to push this damage upon another person because it was pushed on me.
That's fair.
I'm not going to treat people like shit because that person treated me like shit.
Yeah. So, anyone you want to roast before we go?
Like, what do you mean by roast?
The podcast is called Ghosted and Roasted.
Ghosted and Roasted.
Is there like a joke you'd want to crack at someone you've dated before or something?
Okay. All right.
If you don't have one, it's okay.
No, I do. So you have to know, my first comedy special is Hot Mess, which is about my upbringing, and then my second special is about Spooky, which is my wife's nickname, which is all about her. But the first special was me dealing with all my demons.
Okay.
So, I had a lot of exes that I had.
So what's a quick joke?
Oh, quick joke.
You can roast.
I got cheated on so badly by a lot of exes. And this one ex, like I said, the one I told you about, the clapping one, the one that...
Yes.
Dude, she cheated on me with numerous guys. And I you ever have when you get cheated on, everything you see reminds you of cheating. It's hard to get out of your head. You even go down the road to see restaurants, see Long John Silver's. You're thinking, was it John? Because he's long. And then he's like, it's Joe's Crab Shack. So I'm thinking, I got crabs now from Joe. But nothing hurt me more than Five Guys. Nothing. But yeah.
Oh my God. That's a gangbang if I ever heard one.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
She watched Thomas the Tank. She was a big fan of Thomas the Tank Engine apparently when she was a little girl, and now she grew up and now she runs trains that way. So there you go.
My lantern. All right. Well, we gotta wrap this thing up.
You grow up. I grew up watching this, and I grew up to be romantic. So she grew up and she ran trains. That's not me. That's facts. Just facts. Just facts.
Well, this has been really fun. To everyone out there, may your dates be great and your red flags be obvious. Talk to you next time.
See ya.